If you're hearing our voices, that means it's time for It's This Means That, podcast where you watch terrible movies you don't have to, but you probably should. I'm Russ.
I'm Jared.
So we're back with part 2 of Lavalantula. We're going to just get right into it. So quick recap. We got Wyatt and the kids, the BMX kids, are trapped in a studio warehouse downtown. Our hero Colton is on Hollywood Boulevard with ultimate fan Chris after the big tour bus explosion.
Right.
And mom Lydia is with the military convoy that's kind of driving around town, picking people up and trying to get them out of LA. So
they saved each other.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. And I think the first thing we kind of dive into is we're on Hollywood Boulevard with Chris and Colton, right?
Yep. And Goots is demeaning Chris immediately, talking like, "Oh yeah, go back to wherever you're from, Kansas, Wyoming. You seem like a Louisiana, Illinois, whatever type."
Hold on. Hold on. I got to defend here. You're making it sound like Colton's being an asshole. He's just like,
he is.
No way. He's just like, hey, you need to head home, because Chris is like, what are we doing next? Like, no, your next thing is you're heading home to Kansas, Wyoming, Louisiana, and get safe. And Chris is like, Des Moines. Yeah, exactly.
Right. Exactly. And that's where I think it was an insult.
I think he just wants him to get safe, and that's all there is to it. So they're sitting there having a conversation, and we get a new character here. We get Pirate Jack.
Pirate Jack rips. I love Pirate Jack.
I'm a big fan of Pirate Jack. Did you know Pirate Jack was in Ted and Ted 2?
No, I didn't. Have not seen Ted 2 and don't remember Ted enough. No.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Should I? Is it good?
Yeah, Ted's fun. I don't know. It's stupid funny.
Yeah. No, Ted's fun. Like,
it's Family Guy humor.
Family Guy. Right,
it's Family Guy humor. I was like, why wouldn't you? You would like it. You'd be into it.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Anyways, all right. Good chat. Moving on.
Yeah, I'll watch the second one, I guess.
Second one's not that good.
Okay.
So
yeah, Pirate Jack rips.
I mean,
everyone, like, for some reason. Sorry, were you going to say something about how much Pirate Jack rips?
Yeah, but you took it all away from me. I'm enjoying your enthusiasm for Pirate Jack.
I love Pirate Jack. He's the best character in this movie so far.
Yeah, hands down, I agree.
Goots isn't cutting it.
Yeah. So Pirate Jack is a friend of Colton's, right? Movie
barely.
Friend, right? Barely.
Yeah,
they barely knew each other.
He didn't remember him. He was like, "Oh, Goots, remember me?" And
like,
Goots is like, "Oh yeah, on that movie that we worked on 20 years ago now."
And Pirate Jack's like, he's a dress-up pirate doing the Pirates of Caribbean or Caribbean? Pirates of the Caribbean.
Tomato. Yeah.
Okay. Clearly doing a Jack Sparrow thing on Hollywood Boulevard. And he tells him that he did he lose his arm in a stunt? Is that what he said? He's a stunt man. So Pirate Jack was a stunt man, and he lost his arm doing something. It was probably something ridiculous. But then
I glossed over that.
I was like, yeah, there's not a lot of work for a one-arm stunt man these days.
Which, probably true. I could see that. And like, but at the same time, back to my Lydia question from earlier, why are people acting normally? Like, everyone is just walking around Hollywood Boulevard, proceeding about their business like nothing, like there aren't crazy lavalantulas running around everywhere. How do people not know? This has been hours.
Yeah, your news guy gives it an update. And I think this is them, kind of giving commentary, people not paying attention.
Yeah, but there's explosions in the hills. Like, like this is a big deal.
Yeah. I think it's a nod to people in LA just not paying attention.
I don't care for that either, then. That's like a heavy-handed, people in LA only care about themselves. Yeah, fuck that.
Yep. It's meta, man. It's still meta. So then you get Chris and Colton just run down the street telling people to get off the street. They're like, get out of here, get off the street.
There's a volcano in the hills the size of Vesuvius.
Yeah, and then the news guy chimes in. He's like, yeah, people think it's a publicity stunt for an upcoming blockbuster.
Yeah. Which, well, at the same time, like, I don't know. It took Goots long enough to warn people. So far, he's really just been looking out for number one, which I can understand, but
character arc.
Be the action hero you want to see in the world.
This is what he's building to it, man. He's getting there.
Ugh.
And then we get like another little. There's a lot of movie nods in this movie to
Okay.
actually really good movies. So we get the there's
Sure.
shit's going bad. The street splitting open. There's lavalanches pouring out. Right.
Yeah.
Earthquake is quaking. Earth is quaking. Right. And then the Planet Hollywood sign. You caught this, right?
Well, yeah, right before the Planet Hollywood sign is when the Roosevelt Hotel gets cracked, which I thought were the best effects in the whole movie.
Yeah. Yeah. I
But
give
yeah,
you that.
but yeah, then the Planet Hollywood planet. Yeah.
Yeah. So the planet's rolling down the street and it's rolling after a guy who's wearing a you know Indiana Jones hat. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah.
terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
This movie sucks.
Yeah. I gotta defend
It
it.
knows it.
It does. It does. It does know it.
Yeah, and then we get the Sharknado guy, right?
Yeah, and then we get he's running down the street. And we get the shot from the trailer, basically, which was just him running into Ian Ziering and meta worlds collide, and not too much here. I did like the power handshake though, like straight from Predator. Another movie
Oh
nod.
yeah.
I think that happened there. Close
I
up
think
on
you're
the
giving it too much credit.
Ziering runs off. He's got other problems to deal with, aka sharks.
Mhm. I love the spider carnage at this point is great. Like they're just
Oh,
they're
yeah.
just showing a lot of gore, for a made for as much as a made for TV movie can show. Um, where the spiders are just like eating people, roasting them left and right, jumping on things. Like
Oh yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, they're toasting everything left and right. And so this is kind of craziness going on, and Pirate Jack comes to the rescue. He's got a ride. He's got his car. We kind of missed a little spot
Which
where we missed it, but whatever.
did we? It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
just a line about Pirate Jack, them asking him for a ride, and they run away, and then he's like, "Hey, I'm here."
Oh, Dave. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. His
My
real
name is
Dave.
Dave. Yeah. Did you catch the sign on the car
No,
on Pirate Jack / Dave's car?
something for hire, wasn't it?
Pirates for hire with the number 4. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, nice.
Nice.
Nice. This is the best thing in the movie so far. And this is when things start to happen too fast for me. Like I really started getting left behind, I think, right about now.
Yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of they're just jumping from everyone pretty much. So then we jump back to the military truck with Lydia.
Lydia, yeah.
Yeah, not much happens here. They're just like loading people in, and then like the military is like, "Yeah, we're not going after your family; they might be dead." And it's like,
We got to evacuate. Yeah, this is martial law.
And then we jump back to the Pirate Jack car. Nothing much.
Well, at the same time, though, that when they're saying we can't find your family,
Hmm.
then he says, "Oh, we'll find your family if they're alive." And
Yeah,
you're like, wait,
right.
you just said that you couldn't do that. Now we're saying that we are doing that.
Now we're gonna do that. Yeah. And then we jump back to the boys in Pirate Jack's car.
Mhm.
Not much really.
Which-
They're just
Colton should be wearing a seatbelt. He's like sitting up on the trunk. Like, all of the accidents and car accidents in general happen within a few miles of your home where you feel most comfortable. I know Colton goes on this big, long speech later about how LA was where he's going to live and die
Right.
in LA. Live and die in LA. And then, I don't know. It sucks. Everything about this sucks.
you're at that point already.
I'm at that point. I'm enraged already. I know. We just started part 2 and I'm already pissed off.
Well, you were enraged in part 1, so that's fair. And then we cut back to the kids in the warehouse, right? And then we get a closer shot of the bite on Jordan's leg there, and that shit doesn't look good.
It's not great. It's not what you want when you're like her like skin peels off with the bandage.
Yeah, that's brutal.
Why it goes to peel off the bandage and see what it looks like, and it like peels the wound open again, basically.
Bubbles
like,
up a little bit.
Yeah, she's like screaming, and Travis, I love, he's a piece of shit. It's just like, she's too young to die, bro. And you're like, wait, Eli, your other friend Eli died like an hour ago. Have we forgotten about Eli?
Well, he was like the 40-year-old guy hanging out with the kids, though.
Yeah,
Who was
and then
actually from the 90s.
right, fair. And then we get like the biggest lavalantula of all time coming out of the wherever they are, like roaming around their hideaway spot. Right, they're downtown LA somewhere.
Yeah, they're still in
this
the
point.
warehouse, like the studio warehouse where, a movie that Goots had filmed was done. Yeah.
But so they come back to the Goots. Speaking of,
So we're Pirate Jack car. They end up at the La Brea tar pits.
yeah, and this is when we get
this is all
This
part
is
of their
going to
journey
get really bad, really fast.
Yeah. It's like
Oh, good. So far, it was good.
It's like this is gonna get really worse, really fast. And of course we got flat tire for the Pirate Jack car because hot
Tar
ground.
pits.
Yeah, tar pits, high ground. Have you
Yeah.
been to LA, by the way? We haven't even. Have you been to LA?
I've driven through, never been.
No, I
Not
actually.
not that interested.
I was very interested. I've always been interested. I really liked it. I don't know. I had fun there. I'll throw it
Yeah,
out
you
there.
seem like a Hollywood Russ. Remember I used to call you Hollywood Russ?
Yeah, yeah. No. So the lavalantulas are then coming through the tar pits there because that's a makes sense.
Sure.
And the gang here. So we got Chris, Pirate Jack, aka Dave, and Colton. They run into the museum that's right there.
Well, and before that, they're all arguing about the biology of the spiders, right? Like they're like,
Yeah.
Chris is like, I think this is a new species. It reminds me of that other species in this other place. And you get Pirate Jack talking about how that's not how evolution works, and they're arguing with each other. It's a whole thing. Like I'm curious about their biology too. And then Goots is like, guys, shut it down. Let's not talk about it.
I'm with Goots. I don't care.
That's the only interesting part of this movie.
Why is that in? Who cares? You have giant spiders with lava blood who spit fire. That's all you need.
Yeah,
to know.
where'd they come from?
You're gonna find out in a minute here from Dr. Von Strubel. So they lock themselves in the museum, and they're like, "All right, let's just block up the door, right?" And this was a funny line. I like this line. They're like blocking up the door, putting all the benches and shit like that in front of the door, and the three of them standing there. And Colton just says, "You feel safe?" Jack's like, "Not even a little bit. You got a plan? Yeah, let's run." I thought it was funny. I don't know. Right,
yeah,
fuck you.
No, it was definitely a top line in this.
Damn it! When I say it out loud,
horrible movie.
Fuck. Lavalantula, I can't. I'm trying to defend you here. In your meta, in your B moviness, but.
So then we meet Eric von Strubel.
Yeah, Dr. von Strubel.
Which, I like von Strubel. That's funny.
That's good. Of course, he's got an accent.
And of course, he's like the mad scientist who's like, these are the moments we live for, for good or for bad. We're trying to study these creatures as much as they're like, oh, okay, he's that scientist.
Yeah.
This is that kind of movie. Perfect.
Yeah. Who enjoys the madness, right? And he basically fills in a bunch of all this science that you wanted to know a minute ago. Come on, man.
Which this was when it stopped making sense to me, even more than it already made no sense. They're talking about the heat grid, like it seems like he's just saying a bunch of words that don't mean anything. I don't know. Did this make sense to you? Scene?
Yeah, I understand. I understood all of it. How did you not understand it? Come on.
Huh? Okay. Well, I guess I'm just dumb.
Like spiders.
Yep. I guess I'm stupid. I'm spider stupid.
Oh my god. So yeah, this is when we get all the science behind the Lavalantula.
Yeah. All the science, like what should have happened over 1 million years happened overnight.
Yeah, 5 days ago. Oh, that's odd.
Yeah.
Great terms like lava tube. That's pretty great. And when in doubt, just put it on the Mayans, right? Just say Mayans and then whatever thing you have to say. And it's like, yeah, the Mayans had a term for it. Lavalantula.
Which
number 2, that's the second time we hear the name of the movie.
And I would appreciate it if if the press hadn't already coined that. Like they're like, oh yeah, the Mayans said this. Well, the press said it 3 hours ago. Like, what do they know? Like, sure, they're lava tarantulas. Also, I don't think Mayans had a word like lavalantula. Like, tarantula is not Spanish for spider or Mayan languages that I don't know.
So we get the old kill the mama lantula and game over. You win, right?
Yeah, sure. Which if I had a nickel for every time I've heard that, I'd have 30 nickels.
Yeah, I don't know how he knows this and why that's how that works, but
no, not at all.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. Who cares?
Yeah. So we cut back to the military, right?
Hold on. There's one great line because we're getting close to Jack the Pirate's end here. Pirate Jack. This was a great line though. I thought this was funny where he's just like, Colton's like gearing up, right? He pulls the axe off the wall, right? And he's like getting fired up to go. He's like, no, I'm going to get my family. And he's like, hey, when this is over, we're having that beer, Jack. And Jack's like, you're buying.
Yeah.
God
That's
damn
great. Yeah. Haha. Jack's poor. Haha. People who can't afford beer.
God,
Russ, like, what are you trying to get at here?
God damn
You're
it.
used to be a man of the people.
God damn it. It was funny in the moment. When you make me say it out loud, God damn you. So, hate you.
Yeah. So then we get back to the military.
Back in a military truck. Here we go.
The Battle of Lavalantulas.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really have too much here, but it's just more of like where they're heading doesn't sound like a good way to go. The military guys hop out of the truck. Did you catch there was like two people inside a truck. It's Lydia and then some other random guy. And the military guy throws her a fire blanket and is like, this will protect you. And then he just throws like a U-Haul packing blanket to the other guy. He's like, you'll be fine with it.
Yeah. If you want to live, you get under that fire blanket.
Yeah.
You're probably fine.
You'll be all right. You'll be all right. We don't need you.
And then that's when Lydia says, I really want to curse. And I was like, what's this movie rated? I was like, wait a second. This is a made for TV movie. I hadn't even realized that they hadn't said any swear words the whole time.
No. This is it. All right. So then we jump back to the warehouse with Travis, Jordan, and Wyatt.
The children, right?
The children, the kids.
Mm-hmm. And Jordan's puking everywhere now. She's sick as a dog.
Yeah, she's not doing too hot. We get the huge lavalantula, lavalantula kind of tracking tracking them, kind of like, following them through the warehouse, whatever, right?
Sure, like you do.
Wyatt's got some brains. He grabs fire extinguisher, right?
Yep,
that makes sense. They're made of lava.
Why not try to extinguish them?
That's completely reasonable to me.
Yeah, I would do the same thing. I hope I would do the same thing. Dare I be so brave?
And it kind of works, right? Doesn't it? Isn't it? I think that's the part where like
it works great. Gangbusters. Yeah.
And that's a big point because it comes back later, right? So he figures out that
and that's when I was like, wait a second, is that all we needed this whole time was to use a fire extinguisher on the weird fiery demon spiders? Great. Easy squeezy. Let's get some fire extinguishers.
Yeah, that's all you need. Like a bunch of them. Yeah.
Seems like a no-brainer.
Call the fire department.
Right.
So let me jump back to the military truck.
Big firefight happening, right?
Yeah, they're being overwhelmed by lavalantulas here, and then this is where we get the line, right? We get the two guys who are two military guys are taking cover. One guy gets pulled underneath the truck. He gets eaten. There's two guys like trying to figure out what the hell they're doing. They're the backup.
Quick call for reinforcements. They're like, wait, we are the reinforcements.
Classic line. And then this is where we get the line where Lavalantula tracking him over the top of the truck and
clever girl.
Man, I heard that. I was like, really?
Yeah, what a great Jurassic Park quote to waste on this terrible movie.
And then we're back inside the truck, and Lydia's underneath the fire blanket. We got another lavalantula creeping up on her, poking through the hole, poking through the blanket.
She was promised safety with this blanket, right? And like the lavalantula is just puncturing it, no biggie at all. She was
guaranteed safety from the fire breathing aspect of the lavalantulas, which
fair.
Yeah. So
nothing's perfect, I guess.
Defended.
Yeah. And then she shoots the lavalantula through the blanket and it just explodes.
Yeah.
But also we just in the last scene saw lavalantula blood melting people. Like, why isn't the lavalantula blood from her shooting it? Like, first of all, why does it explode when she shoots it with a handgun, which is weird?
It's close range.
Sure, but then why does it not spray blood all over her?
Lava blood?
Would then melt her, right?
She's underneath the fire blanket.
Defended. Nope, I hate this movie. Yeah.
Yep.
And then she goes, my name's Olivia West. I'm the sole survivor. She gets on the radio, right?
Olivia or Lydia? Olivia or Lydia? Oh, shit.
She says Olivia West. And that's what, like, the whole time I thought she was saying Lydia, and I've been calling her Lydia the whole time.
Oh, what the fuck, man? I was going with you saying she...
I know. Well, because everyone's calling her Lydia. And I guess they're saying Livia, but they're just leaving the O off. I don't know. But she says at this point, my name is Olivia West. I'm the sole survivor.
You bring this up now and you knew this the entire time?
Look at IMDb. I don't know. Yeah, I'm bringing it up now because
Olivia West.
as I live and breathe.
Were you setting me up to fail there? I'm trying to defend.
Not no.
Oh my god! Did you just Kaiser Soze me there? Are you kidding me?
Check your mug. Check underneath the mug.
Oh shit!
It says Olivia West. Ah! You can't see it, listener, but Russ is checking his mug right now, and underneath it, I planted it in his house earlier. It says Olivia West.
I dropped my beer mug on the ground and it broke, and I can see her name now.
Yeah, there's glass everywhere. Russ is cutting himself. Don't worry about it.
Ah, there's beer everywhere. Oh no, the beer's from Jared's Brewery. What the fuck?
Well, and I hope you learned a lesson. Don't cross me.
This whole time, here I am saying it.
And then the guy on the walkie-talkie is like, yeah, well, military advises you should get out of here. She's like, yeah, this is convoy 670, whatever. I'm Olivia West. I'm the sole survivor. And he's like, yeah, you should probably leave. She's like, not without my family.
It's a little alien nod there, I think, too, right? I'm the sole
I think
survivor.
so.
Yeah, a little bit. Mm-hmm. Oh my god. All right, fine. So she takes over the truck. Olivia West.
Yeah, Lydia West.
I should have. What you get for trusting your other hosts? You were a co-host now. That's a co-host move. So
what?
Yes, you heard me. So she hops in the truck and she's off to downtown LA to go save her family.
Yep. And we cut back to the kids.
Meanwhile, back with the kids, Jordan is not looking good at all. She is
having a very unconvincing seizure.
She is convulsing. She is not doing good.
It's definitely like she's never, as far as I know, this girl has never acted before, which could be totally wrong. But
yeah, she was in the show Goliath with what's his face? Yeah, according to IMDb, according to the internet,
sure,
according to television.
How much do we trust the internet?
There's recorded footage of her being in other things, but yes.
Well, allegedly. Yes. Some say.
Hey, the moon landing, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. There's footage of that too. And we all know how that turned out.
We know how that played out.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, very unconvincing seizure. And I love Travis just saying like, "Hey, she's freaking out, man." No, she's not freaking out. She's having her brain is malfunctioning.
Yeah, she's done. She's toast.
It's worse than you think, bud.
And this is the moment which is a personal, worst nightmare ever.
This is your biggest fear? Yeah.
This is Nightmareville for me. Is spiders underneath the skin. So she all of a sudden you see the bumps coming from under her chest and they're going up towards her throat. I'm like, oh, this is terrifying. Like the idea of spiders underneath the skin or being planted underneath the skin.
Oh yeah, don't smoke meth, dude.
Terrifying. Terrifying. And then them coming out of her mouth was just there's a bunch of thousands of them just pouring out of her mouth.
Oh, I was so excited. As soon as she started having a seizure, I was like, wait a second, she's gonna erupt with spiders.
I knew that was coming. As soon as she started having a seizure, I was like, she's either gonna explode with the big spider or she's just gonna have a bunch of them come out of her some way.
Yeah, it's what I wanted the whole time.
God.
And then the way they made her head melt like it was on fire.
Yeah.
With all the babies going and crawling all over Travis then and melting him too. It was great.
I'm going to throw out their best scene in the entire movie.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Even though as much as I hate, that's scared. I hate that sports nightmare, but it was a pretty great scene. And then
dear listener, when you don't watch this movie, go look up at least that scene.
Yeah. Just fast forward to 45 minutes.
Yeah.
I may have timestamped it.
Perfect. I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Don't make them do that much extra work.
Yeah. It's
already listening to this.
Yeah. It's around the 45-minute mark. Just hit it up. And then Travis gets toasted. And then that's it. Wyatt's by himself and he's heading to the roof because head to the roof, you may get cell service. You may get in touch with Dad, which he does get up to the roof.
With the fire extinguisher.
The
only effective weapon so far
that we know of, and he gets a text through to Dad Colton there.
Yep.
So then we're jumping right back to the Tar Pits Museum there.
Mm-hmm.
And then just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, and you couldn't think that when you thought they couldn't get any bigger,
a huge one.
Yeah, and this isn't Mama Lantula though.
Again, I thought it was Mama Lantula.
I thought it was too. They keep raising the bar, man. Keep raising the bar.
I know. And the one guy's referring to it as the Kraken, which is stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then like, oh shit, the spiders start destroying the museum. Like the lavalantulas start, once they start melting artifacts,
don't
like
start
now I have
knowledge.
a problem with them.
Yeah,
right.
Don't start ruining knowledge. Come on, man.
I was on board with them before, and now
stupid. That's what stupid things do. They destroy smart stuff because they don't understand it.
Speaking of Pirate Jack, the demise of Pirate Jack.
Sad.
So sad. So sad. Yeah. He gets melted.
Like viciously melted. Yeah.
And I love how they started calling him Jack instead of his name, which is Dave, which he made a big point about earlier. He's like, no, my name's Dave. And they're like, yeah, okay, Jack, idiot. We'll call you what we want to call you.
Yeah, he gets toast. You don't want to see that, but it happens. And then we get Big Spider versus the Goots. This is the Return of the King moment. Another nod to the movie because he gets out a little bone thing and he pokes the thing in the eye.
Yeah. Yeah, this movie's smart. Sorry, Russ. I apologize for everything.
Yeah, man. You should.
Like, how is Goots winning against the...
You should apologize for deceiving me about a character's name this entire time. Did it entire
It was funny. We did it for the lulz.
And then you wrote Lydia, and then I can see your
yeah, because her name's Lydia.
I hate you.
Well, it's all an act of deception. But how is Goots winning against the giant Lavalantula though? That's what I don't understand. He's not equipped for this. The Lavalantula could just melt him immediately with some spit, right? Like that's what I don't get.
Possibly, I don't know. I think he just does he does a good Return of the King moment.
Yeah, and then we get our second slow-mo explosion of the movie.
I love a good slow-mo explosion. Come on.
Goots walking away, jumping.
Yep.
Out of the way, explosion. Terrible.
The whole gang, they're out, and that's it. And then we're back in the military truck again with Olivia.
Yep.
Another news update. And this is where she gets the news that Colton is alive and he's been saving people because the news is tracking that. So now she knows where he is. Right.
So her husband has gone from doing weird stuff at a bar to
just getting into a fight. Come on, it's not weird stuff.
Maybe the hero of Los Angeles, the hero we needed.
Yeah.
And then it's back to Goots again. This is when like things start to jump way quicker, I think, right?
Well, yeah, we're getting towards the end. Things are we're moving along here. So
he gives his explanation to his compatriots that I love, where he's like, oh, I got to find my kid or my wife will kill me. You're like, wait, earlier in this movie, it seemed like you wanted to find your kid because you loved him. Now you're just like, oh, well, or my wife will kill me. Oh, okay.
And there's some random helicopter that lands. I don't know where there's a helicopter and that's picking up Chris and the doctor. But yeah, that was kind of weird. And then Colton's like, yeah, I'm going to stick around and I'm going to go find my kid. And the doctor's like, you're crazy for staying.
I'm an actor. Of course I'm crazy.
Good point.
You're like, oh, good one, I guess. Where to insult a profession like that.
And then the doc leaves him with some helpful, cool, detailed map about where all the... He basically leaves him like the map for like Super Mario Brothers 3. It's like, hey, here's all the the travel portals.
Yeah, I printed out a thermal map. Okay. What the fuck does that mean? Sure.
Thanks, man. I'm just an actor, right? I don't know shit.
Instead, though, he says, thank you. This is perfect. Just what I needed.
And then we're back at the warehouse. Now it's just Wyatt. He is on the roof climbing down a ladder, and it seems to be like a lot of work. It's a fire escape. He's climbing down a fire escape, and it just seems like a lot of work. And then that's it.
Yep.
And then we cut quickly back to the military truck. Olivia, not Lydia, finds Colton. Colton's like walking through an alley, blasting away some spiders, right?
Yeah, and out of nowhere,
she pulls
the truck shows up. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like LA is a big place.
Yeah, even if like someone's like, hey, I'm in this area, it's still pretty big. Like
yeah. Like unless he gave her the exact coordinates, there's no possible way.
I mean, they kind of explain it away a little bit, but it's like she's like, and it's funny because they goof on it because it's like she just shows up out of nowhere, and he's like, "How'd you find me?" And she's like, "After 15 years of putting out your fires, I just followed the smoke." He's like, "Really?" She's like, "No, I just followed you on the news."
Yeah, so infuriating.
I liked it. I thought it was good because I get it because they're making fun of the movies where the people just show up out of nowhere, and it's like, how did you know that this person was right here?
Yeah, you're right. It's a smart movie. I forgot. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
And then like that's when we get back to Wyatt again, right? He's doing a little more climbing, and then it cuts back against the truck. And
Yeah. There's a couple quick back and forth here. Yep.
and I love his wife goes, "Who gets stuck at the tar pits?" And I was like, "Ha ha ha! That's a funny tar pit joke, I guess." Like this, fuck this movie, dude.
I didn't even pick up on that one. That's good. I like that.
Yeah, they have like a weird romantic moment, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Goots is like, "Yeah, this is Evac 670. This is Colton West, Mayday." I'm like, "Wait, how did he know it was Evac 670?" I thought that was privileged information.
No way, man. He's been in movies. He's done his research. He knows what the fuck's going on. So after Colton and Olivia have a little husband-wife moment, they're heading to the warehouse where Wyatt was.
Which
And, yeah.
how'd the Lavalantula get here? Like I'm still, I know it's not because I've seen the movie now, but like at this point, I'm assuming this next giant Lavalantula that we're seeing is the Lavalantula. It's not.
I think the big one that is there is the same one that he sprayed in the face. That didn't kill it.
At the tar pits.
Yeah. No. What? No. So we're at the warehouse. So the one that's like,
oh right.
I think it's the one that Wyatt sprayed in the face with his fire extinguisher.
They're all the same to me.
Big
spiders.
So big spider hanging outside. And there's Wyatt. Spider's like heading towards him, and then military truck with Olivia and Colton in it driving in.
Mm-hmm.
Just he starts firing some shots at it, shotgun shots, and then they just drive right into it and plow right into the wall.
Yeah, which awesome. If you don't need that truck later.
No, but it's pretty great. Mm-hmm. Families reunited. Truck and spider explode as it should.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get a little insight into it's all about the nitrogen.
The well, sure, we get the insight about the nitrogen, but more importantly, we get the insight about the truck here. So we get Wyatt asking the reasonable question of, "Hey, how did you guys get a military truck?" And
why do you have a military truck, right?
Yeah, fucking Goots giving the answer. Well, you know your mother. She likes everything big. What? What in the name of TV-14 is this?
Oh, and we're not over yet either.
Give me the rest.
Because Olivia finishes the line. She's like, "Yeah, I do." It's just like, all right. Okay.
It's that kind of movie now.
Okay, we're moving up. So then Wyatt gives away the information about how he used the fire extinguisher. Colton puts it together. Oh, it's the nitrogen.
Right. Oh, that stuff's cold.
Oh man, that's the stuff that almost killed me this morning on set in the movie I was on. Remember?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's all coming back. Here we go.
And then deciding that they have to fight. Like, well, we can't just shy away from this because clearly the military and the government and everyone else who could possibly be responsible for this won't be. So we have to do this.
I have no idea what's going on. So, hey, Colton, let's do this. And then we cut to just like a breaking news, back to the news guys for a little more exposition type stuff.
Which the Hollywood sign melting, pretty funny.
Yeah.
I know that it's a big symbol for you. You're a big Hollywood sign guy, but
yeah, you know me. I love that sign. Yeah, and they're basically just declaring LA a disaster zone. Like, yeah, okay.
Which the map showing the LA basin, it's like, oh, here's the map showing the damage across the LA basin. And it's like, oh, the LA basin is enormous. It's like into Nevada.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all over the place.
Wild.
It ain't going well for LA. But then on the plus side, though, they comment about how Colton West is saving lives, and he's being a hero right now through
Mm-hmm.
this whole thing. So,
Sure.
um, and then I don't know if there's more you had there, but
Nope.
then he just shows up. I think it's at the. So he goes back to the studio, or like
Well, this is when, yeah, we see the news report, and
Mhm.
then it zooms out of the TV, and we
Mhm.
see Michael Winslow
Right. Yeah.
and Mary. Like they're the ones watching the news report. They're like, wait a second, Cole West is still a factor in this movie, and the TV's like, yes.
Yes. Yes, he is. And then Colton.
They get a knock at the door, or some kind of ringing of some kind, and that's when Michael Winslow goes, who is it? If it's a spider, don't answer. And I was like, ha 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 ha. And you're like, wait, this isn't funny.
I mean, it is.
Yeah. And then Marion says, it's Colton West. And he says, what? And then commercials. Thank you, IMDb TV. IMDb TV.
Let's just say, the acting. Hey, 80s acting is different than, today. That's all. It's B movie. So,
Yeah.
so Colton's at the, so originally they were on like a movie set in the beginning of the movie, I thought, right? But now it seems like they're at like the movie, like special effects,
unclear.
like costume shop place, I think.
Sure.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Fine.
It's movie set adjacent, I guess.
Yeah. And so he's there, connects with Michael Winslow and Ramsey, and they're chatting away, and we have a Red Rocket moment, which is still hilarious. Red Rocket.
Yep. Still kind of funny.
Yep, still kind of funny. Crew's reunited, and now I'm like, yeah, here we go, man. Police Academy.
I love how
let's do this.
We call out how NASA made that suit for the original Red Rocket suit, because it does come up later. And then I do love the throwaway for Marion Ramsey being like, oh yeah, the days of big budgets. I remember we used to spend budgets on things because this movie obviously cost nothing.
another meta moment for you.
Well, and you get another one for Michael Winslow. I mean, Michael Winslow and Marion Ramsey are all of the meta moments at this point. When Michael Winslow's like, oh, I always thought one day we'd make a sequel. Okay.
Spoilers, they do.
Yeah, it's another one.
There's another
one.
So yeah, then the crew's reunited. They're coming up with a plan. So the nitrogen, Colton's like, hey, the nitrogen from this morning, what can we do with that? So they decide to make nitrogen bombs that they're going to drop in all the hot spots that the doctor gave them in the map, right?
Well, this is when they go, give me a map of downtown LA. And then they conveniently have this light board set up in a war room where you can just easily overlay the thermal map that Colton has on top of this map of downtown LA. And you're like, okay, yeah, sure. We can easily pinpoint all the places around the city where we can drop in these fire extinguisher / C4 bombs that we're going to make, apparently.
Why not blow some shit up?
Nothing makes sense.
I think it all makes sense to me.
Michael Winslow saying like, oh, I still have a few dozen sticks of C4 sitting around. You're like, wait, I don't think you measure C4 in sticks, first of all. Second of all, why do you have so much C4 sitting around?
They're a special effects
crew. Unanswered questions.
Yeah, whatever. We'll find out in the sequel, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
And then we get like a serious gear up montage, while Colton's giving this big speech to the rest of the special effects crew there, right?
Right. Well, and before that, we have to talk about how they're trying to break it down for us how this all works. Where like, oh well, there's a really big lavalantula. There's the queen. The queen's probably going to be the biggest one, right?
Right.
It's probably it's a hive mentality. Like we have to kill them. If you kill the queen, then it'll probably kill the rest of them. It's like, wait, why? Why would you assume that? And then you get the old action movie line, I hate bugs. Let's kill the bitch.
Yeah, I love it.
From Goots.
Love it. I'm all in. And then
the speech.
And then the speech, right. And then the speech kicks off. I call upon you, the people of the motion picture industry.
Working 14, 16 hours a day. Like you give parts of your blood, pints of your blood for this great nation. Like, wait, what is this speech? Like, this is where the movie really stopped making sense to me. Like, even in the in-universe sense of it, like everything it just seemed like Steve Guttenberg was saying words, and I didn't get it. I don't know.
So he's given a speech, and I do enjoy him going through like this big, like fired up speech and talking about all the sports teams. I thought it was kind of funny.
It was
LA,
kind of funny.
LA has too many sports teams. Like, come on, get the fuck out of here. You have like 14.
We believe in it tomorrow, where the Lakers have another three-peat. The Clippers too.
Yeah. What was the thing about like, yeah, when the he talks about they didn't talk about the football teams at all, did they? Well,
no.
2015.
Well, this movie,
I think
2015. They didn't exist then. Yeah,
they didn't have the Rams back. Well, no, they had the Rams back, but no, actually, they didn't.
No, they had the Chargers, and
yeah, that's it. Well, no, it's San Diego. Anyways.
Oh right, yeah, great point. They had nothing.
Nothing. Damn it. And then he's like talking about and the Dodgers, only the Dodgers.
Yeah.
He does talk about the Kings, and then someone brings up the Ducks, the hockey.
Yep.
It's good. That's fun. That's good old.
Which I mean, that's Anaheim. That's
well, close enough.
Mm-hmm. Then you get I was born in the city. I'm going to die in the city, but not tonight. Viva Los Angelinos.
It's a good speech. I'm into it. We get some slow-mo walking, and then
this is when we get Michael Winslow and Marion Ramsey explaining to Goots how C4 works. Like, oh well, it's C4. It's just going to go off by itself at some point. You're like, wait, I don't think that's how C4 works. Like, what are you talking about? And then like, great speech, but we're going to need more than speeches to win this one. Like every cliche throwaway line.
I loved it. I loved all
They're
of it.
doing it. Promise me you'll come back from Olivia and his son. We're gonna go to a Dodgers game when I come back, right? Like, I love you, son.
Yeah, sure, that's gonna happen. And then we are in a drop C4 extinguisher nitrogen montage drop off thing, right?
Yep, to the trucks. We're dropping fire extinguishers everywhere.
And finally, we're getting Michael Winslow in all his glory.
Which I don't know how I feel about the Michael Winslow in all his glory at this point.
It's not his best, but it's him. I don't know. He's just dishing it all out. He's just like just let it run.
He's like speaking Japanese, and I don't think he can speak Japanese. And this is where I'm like
you don't know. Does he know?
Is
Japanese?
This racist?
No, stop it.
I don't know. Like he's doing like an I don't know, Asian guy voice and saying kung fu is a good fighting technique. I don't know. I might be out on Michael Winslow now. I don't think it plays as well as it used to.
I don't think so. I'm fine with Michael Winslow. It's good. It's fine. Relax.
Fair enough. And I mean, when he gets back to doing horse noises, I'm back in again.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, a couple you're like, but then you're like, oh, horse noises. There we go. Oh, alarm.
Yeah. Okay. The cavalry's on its way, of course.
Yeah, this is a horse thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's fun. And so they're just driving around town throwing just shots of guys throwing these C4 explosives into areas of LA.
Yep. And then we get to machine gunning lavalantulas, right?
Yeah, well then we get Marion Ramsey, she and some random dude are like now fighting lavalantulas. I guess their drop point, there was some lavalantulas they had to deal with. So they're like unloading, shooting them down, killing them. Her gun definitely changes like 2 or 3 times. I'm not sure if you caught that.
Oh, for sure.
Then she's out of ammo, and it's like, oh man, what are we gonna do?
We get a good Michael Winslow siren noise at that point.
Classic. Now we're talking.
Here we come.
Here we go.
Yep. Here we come to save the day.
And then there was a shot of like Winslow doing the sound effects, and if you looked at Goots, It looked like he was like actually like holding back from like laughing. Like I think he was like breaking character.
He was
But
having a blast. It
oh
was like the
yeah,
most fun he's had in years. You could
I
tell.
think I think they were all having fun with it, which is like whatever. That's all that matters. Who gives a shit?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then they show up to back up Marion Ramsey there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a great just police academy
How are
crew
they not
shot.
dead? Yeah. Like there's just like the lavalantulas are everywhere, crawling all over the place, and like
They
I
just
don't know,
unload.
they unload, just burning through ammo left and right. Classic movie trope.
Mm-hmm.
No regard for whatever they're doing. None of it makes sense. I don't know. And then like they just make it through. Somehow all of the lavalantulas are dead. And then I love this throwaway line of um, Goots saying, "You know how they say making a film is like war." and then they respond, "Yeah." And he goes, "Let's hope that this war is like making a film." Like, what? The fuck? I'm so mad. This movie doesn't make any sense.
I think that's the. I mean, I hate to. I'm gonna be. I gotta defend, but I think that's them just making fun of people who think that like making movies like making like being in war. I think they're
Yeah.
actually making fun of people in the film industry who say that shit, and it's like you're
Uh-huh.
fucking ridiculous. You're making a fucking movie. Relax.
Right.
I'm giving it that. I'm sorry. I'm giving it that.
Ugh,
I'm giving it.
gross.
I'm defending it. I'm defending it.
Uh,
So.
and then like this is when it starts to cut real quick, right? This is when we get a good quick cut to uh Olivia and Wyatt. They're sitting in a room just like waiting, apparently. Like they did their part already.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they're just
And
you sit off to the side. We're done there.
and Wyatt says, "What's he doing?" And Olivia just goes, "He's just being your father." And this is when he like darts off to presumably save the day because something's not working right. And he's like,
Yeah.
"Nope, I'm the only one who can do this."
Yep.
Michael Winslow's doing a Scottish guy accent, which also is weird to me.
Is that more or less offensive than the Japanese one?
Less. I think it's slightly less offensive.
So, why would that be less? It's just an accent. Who cares?
Nope.
Who cares? Who cares?
I don't care for any of it. So then they finish laying all these bombs, right? In all the holes. These extinguishers everywhere at this point. We get to the roof where there are more lavalantulas, right? This is when
Yes.
Goots is off doing his own thing, trying to save the day
Yep.
for some reason, somehow.
Yes. Yep. Well,
Climbing up to the-
we had been set up with the fact that like they're dropping all these bombs, and then what's going to happen is that it's going to smoke out the mama lantula, and then she's
Right.
going to come up, and then there was this short conversation that he had with Ramsey and Winslow about one particular C4 bomb and how long he had to like drop it and get away, right?
Right. Yep.
So that was set up a while ago. We've missed it, but whatever, it doesn't matter. So that's where we're at. So he's got to be the one who's going to go and drop the bomb on the mama lantula. And that's what he's doing right now. But he didn't tell anyone he was actually going to do this, and there was a chance of him not surviving.
Right. So he gets to the roof.
Yeah.
And somehow he manages to kill all these lavalantulas.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, why not?
Inexplicably, like just shotguns them all to death.
What's your problem now with this movie? Come on, man.
I mean, we know that their blood does damage. Like I have so many problems with this. Again, I hate all of it. And then this is when we like cut quick to Michael Winslow doing a Star Wars bit.
Yeah, I love it. It was great.
Yeah, it was all right.
Whatever. He's calling in the whole team, the whole Red Wing. Yeah.
Yeah, red 3 standing by, red 5 standing by.
Yeah, he was doing all the characters. It was great.
Yeah. I did appreciate the R2 shut up, I'm busy.
And then the bombs all go off.
Right. And this is when we get Goots saying it's go time. Michael Winslow saying it's go time. Where's go? What is time?
Doesn't matter.
Lots of confusion, right? All of a sudden the red rocket helmet is in play.
Yeah, and then they set off the C4, all the things pop, and then they smoke out the queen, Mama Lantula. She shows up, and she is pissed.
Yeah, and the crew is getting mangled, and I guess it's only a couple of guys, but they're like trying to fight off the film crew here, led by Michael Winslow and Marion Ramsey, are fighting off the Lavalantula, and in the process of that, a few of the film crew guys get wrecked.
Oh yeah, they get they're done. They're not coming back. There's no sequel time for them.
But Mama's home.
Mama's home, and this is just getting ridiculous. So we said there was a big lavalantula earlier. The Mamalantula is just
huge.
Yeah.
And I'm glad they made
huge.
And I'm glad they made it sound like Godzilla.
Yeah. Is that you doing Michael Winslow doing? Yeah, I'm definitely
Edit that how you will.
I will. Oh, I got some ideas. Is that you doing Michael Winslow doing Godzilla? I like it.
Yes. Yeah. Right. Not bad.
So we're getting to the end here. Where this is big. This is a big.
Thank God.
The big climax. So Colton puts on the red rocket suit because he had it in the thing, right? And as we know, it was made by NASA, so that means it can actually fly.
Which I really appreciate the callback to that, because I'm like, wait a second, this is actually a well designed. Like, why haven't they used this cool superhero suit that they have the whole time? I don't know.
Yeah, they could have. Yeah, they could have used that probably a little bit more efficiently earlier. But anyways, so
right,
hey,
like
this is where we're at. This is where we're at, right?
This is a huge jetpack fight now.
But I do love that once he got in the suit and it flies, he's like the Rocketeer basically. I do love the fact that when he starts flying, he's just all over the place. It's not like he's good. He's not like he's good at it at all. It's just like he is just a mess, bouncing into buildings and stuff.
Again, good callback to Danny Woodburn and Jingle All the Way. Jetpack flights.
Okay.
Arnie, something to think about. Lots of time. You're the one who's talking about all this movie references.
Yeah, man. And look at you. You're calling ones I didn't even pick up on. You like this movie. Movie.
Yep.
It is rated B for
bad.
Best.
Bitchin'? And this is when he starts leading the Mamalantula on a chase up the side of a building, right?
Yeah,
with his jetpack.
What building is that?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Anyways, so he's leading her up the building.
The tower in LA. If you live in LA, send us an email. Tell us what tower that is.
Oh, I'll look it up. Jesus. It's just an old building. I blank the name of it, but go ahead. Yeah, anyway. So
the special effects have gotten even worse somehow.
Yeah, we took a turn for terrible town on CGI here.
They ran out of money 3/4 of the way through.
These things happen. And then the spiders climb up the building. He's kind of jetpacking up the side of it, and he's just waiting for her to open up her mouth. She does. He drops a C4 bomb in, and
nice mouth. It's the perfect crime.
Come on, how do you not love that? That's awesome.
So stupid. I'm so angry.
It's fucking perfect.
Yeah, I do love his catchphrase, but
it all comes together. That's great.
And then Goots is like flying around, bashing into stuff. He should be dead from the way that he's using his jetpack.
It's made by NASA. It's okay. He's probably fine. And then we cut to the news, because the news is always there to update us on what's going on. So Lavalantula is defeated. LA has been saved. Thanks for that.
Inexplicably, a film crew has killed the queen Lavalantula, because everyone's on board with the terminology now. And in the famous words of Colton West, commercial break. Did you get a commercial break then?
Yes. So there is. I was hoping you did too. I assumed we would get in the same spot. So throughout all these news updates, there was like one earlier where there was like one of the newscasters, whatever. She's talking about Colton West, and then she's like about to say like in the famous words of, and she just gets cut off, and it jumps to like another scene, and like they purposely cut her off. So finally we get to it, and she's finally going to say it again, and she's like, in the famous words of Colton West, and it actually cut to a real ad.
It made me so mad.
I was like, did they actually plan that? Like,
no, you're giving it too much credit again.
was like, that's great.
Mhm.
I was like, that's all right, you got us. And then it comes back and it's her finishing being like, nice job. And I was like, okay,
Nice job.
That's all
Okay, nice anything. Got it.
right. We're waiting for
Fuck.
all of that for that.
Yeah.
So stupid, it's
And
good.
Colton is somehow not mangled. He's like somehow okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little banged
Right?
up. I mean, he's not doing well. He's pretty sore, but
Yeah, but he stands up. He's lands in a
man.
pool
Dude,
somewhere. And
it's a suit from NASA. They know what they're doing, man.
I guess so. And I appreciate that they called that out earlier because it's believable now.
Yeah, they supposedly put a man on the moon.
Oh.
Come on, dude.
Yeah, I guess it's a nice suit. Yeah, allegedly. Yeah. You mean the grassy knoll.
Should we clarify that we're big moonlander believers or no?
I don't know. I mean, for one, I believe Bernie Sanders killed JFK. What? Do you not think Bernard Sanders killed JFK?
I have never heard of that one.
Oh, well, we're spreading it now. Yeah, I heard it on another podcast, so I believe it.
Do you know anyone that doesn't believe in the moon landing?
Probably one or two. Yeah.
Yeah, we have to have like one or two people we know, right?
Everybody knows somebody.
There's gonna be someone who's just like, I don't know. There's no shadows on the moon. It's like, shut up.
Yeah. Oh, that flag was waving in the wind.
Yeah.
You're like, there's no wind on the moon. I don't know. Something stupid.
They made it that way, you idiots. All right. So that's I think that's it, right? So they're all the families reunited. We get the police academy gang there. We get a little back and forth between Marion and Michael Winslow, kind of riffing a bit, and it gets a little awkward, and they could probably just stop talking and move along. But
yeah, like I smell a sequel coming on. You're like, oh, damn it! Like Red Rocket 2, Attack of the Lavalantulas. Fuck, that's basically what this movie is. And then I do like the end. I like the very end here, the last scene, right, where they're panning over Los Angeles, the Los Angeles basin as it's burning. Everything around Los Angeles is burning, trash fire. And they're just saying, and Colton West has saved Los Angeles. Wow, it's all like, I appreciate that. That was funny.
Yeah, that's another good, like, every time the hero saves the day, he usually ends up destroying everything.
Right. And then the very last line of the movie, who knows if this is the last we'll see of the Lavalantulas. Great. Thanks for setting up the sequel.
Yeah. Which came out the next year.
Yep. 2 lava, 2 lantula.
We will probably, I don't think we'll get to that one.
Well, we'll preview it now. We just say, hey, if you do our Patreon, whatever, that's a thing that we're going to do eventually.
Yeah.
We'll do that episode and put it there. So
yeah.
Yeah, for our true fans.
True fans. You know who
we'll do
are.
2 lava, 2 lantula.
Yeah, if you want to, I feel like this is like, if you want to put us through some serious pain.
Yeah. We'll watch it so you don't have to.
So that's it. I mean, I don't know. Do you have anything else you want to say about this?
Nope.
Me neither. Thanks for listening, everyone. As much as Jared hated this, I enjoyed it. We'll be back next week with something new,
with a better movie. Yeah.
Well, potentially. But in the meantime, you should follow
Probably
us on Instagram at It's This Meets That. We're getting better at that. And we're ITMT Pod on Twitter.
Or if you're feeling old fashioned, you can send us an email at itsthismeetsthat@gmail.com. And as always, you can find all of our episodes at itsthismeetsthat.com. And I know there's like 30% of you out there that listen to us on Apple Podcasts. If you're that person, write us a review. You can roast us, do whatever you want, but leave us like 5 stars because that helps us out a lot. And if you like what you hear, you should want to help us. Please clap.
Yeah. So that's it. Thanks for listening.